Welcome back, Chrono Troops, to more Smite Assault with your boy ChronoKitty here. Today, playing Persephone. I'm playing with two tanks, a Nike and a Kuchu Lane, with another mage like myself, a Zonq, and the Hunter Kernanos, against an enemy team with a mirror match Kuchu Lane as their tank. And then the mages Poseidon and Kronos, the Hunter Amuz and Cobb, or AMC, and the assassin Bakasura. So today I am going to be going with a really interesting starter build. And it is going to be Tainted Steel with a Stone of Gaia. The really good start for Persephone. Usually you might see something like this more on a starter build for a tank, but it works really well with Persephone, and I'll explain why. Because her abilities do a lot of damage from just a regular perspective. So for example, when I create these flowers like I'm doing there and dropping them, the initial hit does, if I have it fully maxed at 5, those flowers, those harvest flowers, will do a total damage of 180. Now, if a single god is hit multiple times, they'll take reduced damage. They'll stack 3 times, and on the fourth hit, after the first, it'll only do half damage, which will be 90 damage. Or wait, stacks 3 times. So the first hit, so that'd be the third hit, where it would do the 90 damage. But because we have a few people that have already gone down. I'm doing my best to knock out these Amuz and Cobb hives, so he has to work harder to get his abilities off. By taking down his hives, I'm basically hurting his mana, and that is going to reduce his ability to fight with his abilities in the future. So he has to keep forcing him to drop his hives before he drops abilities. Well, as you can see there, he's already down to half mana now. And let's see. Yeah, we are attacking Nike. We are. And let's see. They are going for the buff. This could be a good fight for us. The enemy team kind of got here first. Nike got a finish. Kuchu Lane got a finish on our Zonq. And we are doing just a good ton of damage to the enemy team. Let's see if we can go up. And we've pressured them back to tower now. And we are doing a ton of damage. So Persephone's abilities, her Harvest Flowers, whenever I drop my A ability or my 2 ability, if you're on PC, they drop 3 individual flowers that I can just drop, and I can force at the enemy team. Her abilities combined with Tainted Steel just do a ton of work, because the flowers that I use, they're like little minions that shoot out in front of me that can't be targeted by the enemy. They can't be targeted by enemy deployables. They go through enemy deployables, and they also can't be killed by enemy auto attacks or abilities. If they are in the way, they're going to get hit. So my kind of role in what I'm doing here is just tons of consistent damage, not a lot of high damage, but just consistent, and also with the fact that they're just going to constantly keep getting hit. So I'm taking giving the enemy so much damage there with a 0 damage build, or 0 damage item build. I think the Tainted Steel is what's giving me the 25 damage there, but that's just not a lot. But she doesn't need a lot, especially early game, to go ahead and get this off. So I'm keeping them with Tainted Steel, giving them that 15% anti-heal. Once I level once I'm at level 20, I can upgrade that to give them a 50% anti-heal when we get to that point. But this is a really good start because it also gives me a ton of sustain. It gives me, got a finish there on the Kuchu Lane. Gives me a ton of sustain for health sustain, and got a finish there on the Amuz and Cobb as well. Almost on the Bakasura, and now we're a little more than almost 4 minutes in, and we are getting a grabbing their tower. It looks like we probably have this. Let's go ahead and pressure them out some more by dropping some more of these harvest flowers, throwing them at them, and then now we can just keep taking tower while my team is just zoning the enemy back to second tower. I'll help them out by dropping more flowers while also doing audio attacks to the tower. My Stona guy is also going to do an extra work for us if we do happen to get a knock-up by either the enemy Kuchu lane or the Poseidon. It'll give us additional health on top of the percentage health that it's giving us every few seconds as well, on top of the MP5 and the HP5 that it also grants us. Really excellent starter item if you have the abilities that don't let me help out some of my team here with these harvest flowers, and then hopefully Kuchulin there can pressure out the enemy team. And the one of the great things about Persephone is this A ability. I can just, when I drop it, I drop the 3 flowers that eventually grow up into flowers that I can deploy, and on 3 of them, so I don't have to use all 3 of them. I can just use one of them and use the others when I need to. I can have multiple up on the screen at the same time. They can't be within a certain vicinity of each other, otherwise they will the ones that I casted first will disappear, but it's a really good way to always have something up. What I can do is I can drop them, and then I can hold my abilities so that I can drop them again as soon as the ones that I've just cast are then used. So it gives her a high amount of burst, even though I don't have a lot of damage, or zero damage items. And even though I don't have any cooldown as well, the fact that she can burst in this way gives her an advantage over other mages that have to wait for their abilities and wait for that cooldown, or wait to even level. The fact that, you know, what you're seeing here is I've leveled my harvest flowers first. I've leveled my bone rush first, which after I cast it also drops a harvest flower. It gives me just a really high ability to pressure the enemy team early and do so much more damage, even without the high damage items. Like, so for example, Bancrofts is typically a strong item, but it wouldn't give me the sustain to be able to do this. So consistent damage over time ends up always winning over high damage in short period. Depends on the situation, but typically in the long run. And, you know, we are not a sprint. This is a marathon, and the marathon is to kill the Titan. And that is how I play. I play for the win, not necessarily for getting high kills in early game, which can help you, but doesn't always necessarily guarantee you the win. I like to go for the guaranteed win, and we got some good damage there on the Amus and Cobb. Got him stuck there. Unfortunately, no one was there to take advantage of that hive, or of that stun and root, or just the root, not really a stun. We are pushing hard, and I'm dropping as many of these flowers as I can, and just doing damage and pressure on the enemy team. It's already 7 minutes in, and we are already at their Phoenix, and now we've pressured them back out from the Phoenix, and we've gotten another kill on their enemy, Poseidon, and now here we are taking down Phoenix as well. Just I can't say enough about the early game start from Persephone, which high ability to use her flowers frequently. And now we have gotten another finish on the enemy team. I'll just drop some flowers here and then kind of peace out, be with my team. Let's see what the enemy does. They might try to push us out, or we might just try to go ahead and take Phoenix. I don't think we can take Phoenix here. We haven't gotten the damage for it. But, well, wait, let's see what's going on. We got some people in the back line. Our Kuchu lane's trying to do damage there. So is our Nike. They are doing a ton of damage to the back line. And the Poseidon is coming up. Let's go ahead and dance out, and let's go ahead and just do some damage and help the retreat from my allies. The Nike has some good mobility, like you saw right there. Let's go ahead and drop some flowers to help our escape. If we wanted to turn, I could. I have flowers that are ready to go. And I have one here from my Bone Rush. Let's go ahead and drop that, just to keep them always taking damage, as well as keeping a dot on them that gives them the anti-heal. That is going to strike a little bit of fear in them every time they see those flowers coming, so it'll help me corral them in places where me and my team can do additional damage to them and get those much-needed kills. So we have both their towers down and their Phoenix down, and they're pushing up for us, which, you know, kind of sixes. There's could be a good reason for it. All their abilities are up. Probably a smarter move would be for them to stay a little bit further back, so what's happening now doesn't continue to be happening to them. So you can see is they've scattered, and they are just unfortunately getting destroyed. And what they're trying to do is just trying to push us back so that they can get all back up. But if they consistently die in domino in what they're doing, they'll never be all back up together. So now we have a damage buff on us. Well, we did for a second, and then my team was able to take more advantage of that than anybody else. Let's go ahead and drop my ult to keep them busy. And oh, we have Kronos in the back. Let's go ahead and get away from him. My Stone of Gaia will continue to heal me while we are doing damage to the Titan. And we are doing great damage to the Titan, but it's such an early such part of the mid-game. My team is taking so much damage, and it's so close to being finished. Let's just go ahead and dash in and see if we can get one more hit on it, and we are going to be able to take the Titan down. And that is how 0 damage item Persephone works. A huge amount of sustain, doesn't let the enemy team push you around as easily, gives you all the mana sustain and HP sustain you need to stay in the fight, and also still do so much consistent damage due to her abilities to, and actually I don't think I died in that game either, gives us so much consistent ability to stay in the fight and still do burst damage all the way from mid-game all the way to late game. It's just a really kind of powerful start I have found with Persephone. And if you enjoyed that, please give me a like and subscribe and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of this crazy 0 damage item build of Persephone's. And if you would like to get notified next time below a video, please go and smash that notification bell. I want to thank you for watching, and as always, have a super day, guys.